She was fighting back tears after yesterday's short program. And her parents proudly looking on. Cliff and Louise Robinson in the stands. She doubled the Lutz in combination instead of a triple, and Coach Doug Lee felt it may have cost her 8 spots in the standings. She's 22nd.
Well, that's the type of competition this is. There is virtually no room for error, as the talent level of this group of women is simply amazing.
Well, I was a little surprised with the caution that she showed, because one thing I've noticed since she's been here, she's very driven as an athlete, and for her out here today, she's really got to go for everything she has, because she really has nothing to lose.
Absolutely not a thing. With currently sitting in 22nd spot, she might as well just go out there and try everything and see what it feels like when she attempts it under the pressure of being at a world championship.
Triple, a triple Salchow. Then the next one is the triple Lutz, the one that she doubled in the short program. She's looking a little tentative going in. She does it.
Triple loop, she went to take off, and she set her right side down right on the takeoff, and it carried throughout the jump.
But at least she's trying everything today.
Skater who's on the verge of having all her triples become fairly consistent, but if there's one thing overall I'd like to see her improve upon, it's her speed and ice coverage.
And also the aggressiveness with which she approaches her jumps. She's a little cautious going in.
Was to have been a double axel. That just got completely away on her.
Same thing on that one. You could almost see it in her face. She lost her confidence. Confidence is something you gain only through experience, and that's something that Jennifer just hasn't had. It's only her first world. She's still a junior skater. She just won the junior nationals last year.
Yes, she said at the start of the year, the world berth really wasn't in her mind. It became a bonus, and this some valuable experience for Jennifer Robinson of Windsor, Ontario.
Well, many Canadians are probably asking what's with the state of Canadian women right now. Nettie Kim, our new national championship, is here but didn't make it out of the qualifying round. Here we see Jennifer's triple Lutz. I think it landed on 2 feet, but like you mentioned, Barb, she at least attempted a lot of her difficult material out here today. I think the state of women in Canada right now is at a point where, as we've seen from so many other countries, they're sending young skaters here who have been working on all of the triple jumps at a very young age. And I think that's a mindset that we in Canada have got to adopt. If we see a young skater with talent, there's Nettie Kim in the stands. They've got to start working on all of the triple jumps at a much younger age.
Countries like France, who has 3 skaters in the top 10 here, the Ukraine has 2, the US has 2, they're really coming full force, and Canada just doesn't have that talent pool at this time.
Oh, you saw Nettie Kim, and just in behind last year's Canadian champion, who was 5th at the World Championships, Josée Chouinard. There is some speculation. We hope to hear from her later today about returning to competition next year. She is Jean-Michel Bombardier's fiancée.
Well, this performance of Jennifer's, for, as you mentioned, Barb, a young lady who's just come off being our junior national championship, the end result of all this means that we will only send 1 woman to the World Championships in Edmonton next year.
And what that means is the national championship next year is going to be quite a battle, because you factor in Susan Humphreys, who has been injured most of this year.
And if Josée returns...
4.9, 4.6,
and the technical marks now for Jennifer Robinson. 4.4 through 4.9 range. Even talk about Karen Preston, speculation that she too might return, but all of these women will be fighting for 1 berth to go to Edmonton. Now the presentation marks, and it looks like Jennifer Robinson will stay in 22nd position.
4.3, 4.5.
That's right.
Thank you.
Exhibition Center in Birmingham, England, CBC's continuing coverage of the 1995 World Championships. And with me, and she's still standing on skates, I feel like I should be on a stool, is Windsor, Ontario's 18-year-old Jennifer Robinson. You have been thrown into a very tough situation. I think you've handled it remarkably well, but a year ago, your Canadian junior champion, our national champion, Nettie Kim, fails to qualify. You're thrown out there with minimum experience and expected to perform. Has it been a good experience?
Yeah, I think this was the best experience that I've ever had, even though I might not have been on the podium or even in the top 10 or 15. But it was really good because I was very low in the standings, and I had a really hard time kind of accepting it last night and a little bit this morning before practice. But then I realized, well, I'm at the World, and it's not even over yet, so what am I so down about? And I got to get back up and start fighting, so it has been a very valuable experience for me.
Has confidence been the big thing you've learned, and the need to be aggressive?
Oh, definitely confidence. This year is just a confidence boost, and it'll only get better, I hope, because I need to be more aggressive and get my jumps away from the boards. And I got to do a lot of just finishing touches, and hopefully I'll be up there next year.
Well, you've been in a tough situation. You've handled yourself very well. I know viewers would want me to ask you, what about getting near the boards? Everyone's saying, we're asking your coach, what are they doing 2 inches from the boards? Don't you try to stay away from them?
Well, I don't know. I think it's just a safety thing. I like jumping close to the boards, but my coaches don't like it, and nobody else does. So I've been trying to fix it, and I'm trying really hard.
Well, they say it's a point of reference. Is that it? Visually, that's why you sometimes go close?
No, I think it's just security for me. I just like it.
All right, Jennifer Robinson, 18 years of age, from Windsor, Ontario. By the way, Chris, we're going to talk with Coach Doug Lee about the state of ladies skating in Canada coming up later in the show. Chris?
Thank you, Brian, and more.